question. We've been started touching a lot on it. As far as the youth in Canton, that's what we're all about here, is empowering our youth to eventually take the city into their own hands. And what we're seeing now is people my age are graduating and leaving. I left. I'm back, but I left. I didn't want to come back. But what do you plan to do to keep this generation here? Because if people keep leaving, this city's going to keep dying.
I understand what you're saying. My oldest daughter's in New York right now. And with a promise that she'll be back in 2 years after her boyfriend graduates from dental school. So, and she's got a very good job there now. And that scares me. It scares me on a personal basis because this was the same daughter that growing up in politics, especially when you're the oldest, she probably got neglected more than any of the rest of them did because my focus was always on what I had to do for other people. I think that, again, there's a number of issues, things to do, and I don't think that people really understand within a 60-mile radius what there is to do here, and in this area especially. I laugh, but it takes, 45 minutes to an hour to get to Cleveland, Ohio, and there's a lot of things to do in Cleveland. There's a lot of things to do in Akron. I wish there were more things to do in our city. And I'm finding things that, like the plays of 2nd April, that I never even knew were out there before. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was always, in this community, it was the Players Guild. And if you didn't go to the Players Guild, you went to Cleveland to the Hannah Theater or somewhere up there at that point in time. I think that, number one, we don't market ourselves very well, this whole northeastern Ohio. And I think that we have to start thinking like I'm thinking in government. We've got to not reinvent the wheel because Akron has an Inventors Hall of Fame. That doesn't mean that Canton needs an Inventors Hall of Fame. And because Cleveland has a Rock Hall of Fame, that doesn't mean that Canton. We should supplement an area that is lacking in another area. That will help give people things to do. The other thing which is huge is the job market. And I, along with Jackson Township, just created, with over the last 2 years, an area of Jackson that we're going to work together on bringing jobs here. The first test will be Rolls-Royce, which is hopefully coming off of, help me with the interchange that was just built up there. By the airport. Shufel Road, yeah. Shufel Road, that's what it's called. And the state, the state is, there's 26.4 acres out there that the state controls right now. And we're trying to bring Rolls-Royce in here, and those are $72,000 a year jobs and up on an advanced green technology. And what that would mean to us is 1% city income tax for us, 1% city income tax for Jackson. We have the opportunity to send water and sewer out there, and those are good paying jobs, especially in an area that's a great place to raise a family. Low, I mean, I die every time my daughter tells me what the rent she pays in New York is versus what cost of living is here. And we have to do, again, we've got to work with each other. The days of, and I keep saying this, of pounding our chest, and we're from Massillon, and we're from Canton, it's got to stop. I mean, football carried over into society, and society just lost all track of everything. So we ended up having 4 health departments and 4 building departments because no one could say, we're all going to get along.
It's kind of what happened.
Yeah, and we've all got to work together.